Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I have been gone for a while. I really truly apologize. I needed the time off. Honestly, a lot has been happening in my life. I will eventually get to the life update. So let's get right into it. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. As my banner says, I talk about vegan food that I eat in different places that I've visited, honestly anywhere, but right now it's currently in South Korea and yet to come in the US. And I talk about teaching in South Korea, as I am a teacher in South Korea. And the third thing that I do is I do travel vlogs. Right now they are currently in the US, and they're currently in South Korea because that's where I live, but one or two are going to be in the US because I was in the US for a week, about 14 days I think. So yeah, let's get right into it. This video is going to be about how you can get your US visa. This is going to be your B1 B2 tourist visa. Alright, so if you guys see me looking at my camera, looking like away from my camera, it's because I'm looking at my notes on my laptop, trying to make sure that I give you guys the information that you need relevantly without going into my own little world. Okay, so first things first, you first need to confirm if you do actually need a US visa, because there are some people who are exempted. For example, people who already have a US visa, or a person who's a national of a visa waiver program participating country. Okay, so you just need to make sure that you need to get the visa or you don't need to. If you don't need to, this video is not for you. Congratulations. But if you do need to, the first question is, how do you get the visa? Right, so first you get it at the US Embassy. Secondly, you get it in the country of your residency. So I'm South African, but I live in South Korea. So I applied for my visa in South Korea. Right, first step is the actual application. For non-immigrant visa applications, you need to determine which visa type you need to get. You're going to go to the site US Travel Docs. I'm going to put the link in the description, right? And you're going to select if it's going to be a tourist visa, B1, B2, right? So those are usually the tourist visas. I think one of them says for medical purposes. So it's like tourist and then medical purposes. Another one is business purposes. I think I picked business purposes because I wasn't going there for medical purposes, but essentially they're all under the banner of tourist visas. You don't need to like say, oh, this is my business or whatever. You just need to say you're going to visit the US, and that's about it. If you guys actually want me to do a video about the interview process, please let me know. It is literally a simple interview process. It'll probably take me about 5 minutes to explain that to you, but I don't want to add it into this video because this is just a step-by-step about getting your visa. Okay, step 2. You've now selected which visa you wanted, B1, B2, tourist visa, alright? Once you have determined the correct visa types, you need to pay the visa fee. I paid 208,000 won, that is about 2,600 rands. So, and you can do this with many different payment options, right? What I did though is I did a bank transfer, which was so much easier for myself, and I could just I don't have to wait a few days until the money reflects on the other side, right? So with this one, they gave me a specific reference number, and it's so specific that every time I tried to request a new one, it was a different reference number. So it's no longer fitting to what I wanted to do or to my application. So you need to make sure that you have that reference number with you at all times as soon as you receive it, okay? And you're going to use it. You need to keep this receipt number with you to book your visa appointment. All right, so now you've paid for your visa. What do you need to do next? Step 3. You're going to need to fill out the DS-160 form. I will have the link to this attached in the description also. The DS-61 form is essentially the visa application form. Actually, the visa application form, no quotes. It's the visa application form, right? With this, you're gonna get a DS-160 number. As soon as you go onto the link on this, you're gonna get a number for it. Please note that number. You can save it as a PDF, I think. Save it as a PDF because you're going to need it in future. You're gonna need it for when you book your appointment, and you're gonna need it on the day. Right, so you're going to fill out the DS-160 form. You get a confirmation page. That confirmation page is the one that you have to bring with you to your visa appointment, because you're going to hand that over to them so that they know that yes, you've paid and you've been confirmed for this appointment. Alright, so along with your supporting documents, you need to bring, firstly, obviously, your passport. Please don't leave your passport at home, please. You can bring your flight details if you've decided to buy your flight tickets before your actual interview. I don't suggest it, but some people have done this because, hey man, if you've got faith, you've got faith, right? And your bank statement. I did not need this, but some people might get asked to show this, so it's just good to have all these documents with you. Right, if you don't have these documents with you, your visa process will be delayed and might even be rejected. The most important document of this is your passport. If you don't have your flights before you got your visa, that's okay. You don't need it with you. If you don't have a bank statement, that's also okay. If it's a tourist visa, right, so I'm only talking about the tourist visa. Any other visas, I don't know any details about. You're gonna have to research on your own, sorry. Okay. Okay, so step 4. Now you have completed your application form, you have your documents ready, and you're ready for your visa appointment, right? You will have created your US Travel Docs account when you paid for your visa and did everything else, right, before the form section. You cannot get an interview using any other site. Like, everything will lead you to that US Travel Docs site, right? So anyway, on the left part of the screen, when you're looking at the screen, right, on the left part of the screen, you will see something that says schedule appointment, right? This is where you'll start your process for scheduling appointments. You're first going to need your passport number. You're going to need your unique beneficiary account number. So this is the account number that you got when you were paying for your visa. Okay, and a 10-digit barcode number from your DS-160 confirmation page. This is the number that I told you to keep, the one that you can get as a downloaded PDF document. Okay, this is the number you're gonna need. Okay, while you go through this process, you will be able to select your visa type. You enter your personal data, you add dependents, family only. Right? If you're going alone, you don't need to add your dependents, right? You can select your document delivery location. So you can either go fetch it at the embassy, or you can ask them to deliver it to wherever it is that you are. I asked them to deliver it. For me, it was an extra charge. I think it was 18,001. That should be about plus minus 200 Rand. Okay, and then you need to confirm your visa payment, and finally, schedule your appointments. Okay, so now you've scheduled your appointment. What happens now? Firstly, before you visit the embassy, right, the scheduling appointment thing, it's probably going to give you like the day that the next available appointment date, right? This either might be way past your flight days or your days that you're going to be leaving, or it might be like too close. It might be like not a very convenient day. Come back again either after a few hours or the next day and refresh it and try and like get an appointment again, because people cancel all the time, literally by the hour. And you can reschedule your appointment, I think about 3 times. I think that's how many times I rescheduled mine until they told me, can't be doing this anymore, girl, stop it. So you can reschedule it. So don't worry if the dates are like way too far ahead. It's okay, calm down. You can always come back Literally give it 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, even give it the rest of the day. Come back tomorrow, check again. Some days going to be there that's going to be way earlier, and it's better to be way earlier than too late, right? All right, so now you've scheduled your appointment. Amazing, great stuff. What needs to happen now? Now you actually have to go to the US Embassy in the country of your residency. So I live in South Korea. I had to go to Seoul, the US Embassy, right? And you go on the date and time of your interview. I did this in Seoul. So you need to be sure to check the schedule my appointment page for all the necessary documentation needed for your appointment, right? This is what I mentioned earlier on. If you do have your flight details, take them with you, okay? If you don't have it, it's okay. They're not gonna say, do you have a flight? Where is it? Why don't you have a flight? They're not gonna penalize you for that, okay? If you have it, it's just probably gonna be like, oh, shucks. It's just added documentation. Honestly, it's just added documentation. I did not have these documents. I did not have a bank statement with me. I literally just had my passport and my confirmation page, and the guy just interviewed me, and then we kept it moving. Okay, so you must bring a printed copy of your appointment letter. Okay, so this is the confirmation letter. This is your DS-160 in confirmation page. Your appointment letter, after you make an appointment, there's a document that gets sent to you to confirm that you actually have an appointment. You need that. You need your DS-160 confirmation page. You need a picture taken within the last 6 months. So when you do the DS-160 application form, they might ask you to upload a picture. If you don't have a picture at the time, it's okay. If you have a picture, upload it. You won't need a picture at this step. You won't need a physical picture. If you have not uploaded it, then that's okay. You then need a picture at this point, at the interview, because then they're going to need to use an image for your visa. Right? You need to get your current and old passports. So I had my passport. I lost my passport, my previous passport in South Africa, in South Korea, right? So I had to reapply for a new passport. And on the DS-160 form, they tell you, do you have any previous passports? And if you say yes, you put the passport number on them, and then you explain what happened with that passport, right? So if you've lost it, you're obviously not going to be able to bring it with you to the interview. But if you have not lost it, if it's just simply because it's filled up, bring that passport with you so they have proof that it is you, right? Applications without all of these items will not be accepted. Trust me. We saw a lot on the day of the interview. Folks were just not getting accepted, whether it was a tourist visa or any other visa. All right. Now, your visa has been approved. Okay, this is good news. Duh. I'm hoping your visa gets approved. If you follow all these steps, please, hey, get your visa approved. Thank you very much. Your visa is approved. What happens now? So if you've selected that they deliver it to you, it'll get sent to your designated location, right? And if you didn't, then you're going to schedule an appointment to go pick it up again, right? Usually the embassies are open Monday to Fridays. I think the Seoul one is open Monday to Friday, and you can only pick up stuff during like 11:30 till 3 p.m. So you might want to get it delivered, because those are very inconvenient times. Those are like work hours, right? So yeah, you got your visa and you can go to the America. You can go to the US. Bona. Listen, okay, so yes, that's literally the whole step. And I really honestly hope I've taken you guys through the whole thing, because this is literally everything that I did. My visa got approved literally on the spot. They tell you on the day that, hey, your visa has been approved. They took less than 24 hours to bring back my passport with the visa done, right? Because I guess because it's Korea, I don't know. Some places they usually say it takes about 2 to 3 days for processing and all that stuff. Mine took overnight. The next day they were delivering it back to my apartment. When they deliver it back, they are not allowed to just leave it. They have to hand it over to you to sign. if you have not paid for the thingy-bobby, I hadn't paid before, so I had to bring cash to pay the guy that is delivering the thing the money to then, you know, pay for him delivering my visa. And yeah, that's about it, guys. That's literally all there is to it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and the next few videos are going to be essentially what I got up to while I was in America. There are going to be a lot of videos because I didn't record much, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed them. And if you really enjoyed this video, please do subscribe, and if you have any more questions, if you have any more suggestions, please do comment down below.